Wednesday, July 1st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Had a pretty active weather day yesterday across the region. I'll highlight some of those storm reports here in just a moment. But pretty quiet this morning. Hey, there's the Fury 325 camera, courtesy of our friends at carowinds.com. It is a warm and humid early July morning. The temperature 69 degrees. Near Charlotte with the dew point up at 66. It was a pretty hot day, too, prior to the arrival of storms, up to 94 in Charlotte and Columbia, 92 in Fayetteville and Raleigh, 91 in Greensboro. Several sites in the Triad viewing area breaking 90, up to 92 in Burlington yesterday, 91 the high. Yesterday afternoon in Lexington, 92 in Gastonia yesterday, 94 in Charlotte, Monroe, and Wadesboro, 95 yesterday in Albemarle. So it was a hot day. In fact, the entire Charlotte viewing area breaking 90 yesterday. There's your 5 o'clock hour temperatures this morning. It is a warm and humid start to the day, but really pretty quiet. Now, this was the radar presentation as we went through the afternoon and the evening hours yesterday. Had a good round of showers and thunderstorms developed through the region, and as I kind of highlighted in yesterday morning's video, some of those storms were going to pack a punch, and they did indeed, with some wind damage associated with those thunderstorms in spots. In the Triad area, that's kind of what it looked like as you went through the afternoon and the evening. You had that wave really between 4 and 8 p.m., really in most spots rolling through. As I scoot down to the Charlotte region, it was the southern and eastern parts of the viewing area in the Charlotte region that had the most intense storms, and then finally over toward the Triangle region. You kind of see how that unfolded as we went through the afternoon and the evening hours yesterday. Cluster of wind reports there from Guilford and Alamance County, parts of Randolph and Orange counties, and other areas points off to the east too. And a couple of those storm reports there from around the Triad viewing area had some trees and power lines down on some homes there in western Guilford County. And you had a lot of those types of occurrences around the region as a whole. There's the storm report map from across all the Carolinas. A lot of those, in fact, the majority of those are wind damage reports from yesterday. Now here's the current radar presentation as I'm cutting this video. In fact, you have a new little severe thunderstorm warning that has popped up over in the Outer Banks. I'll give you a quick look at that. Of course, you're watching this undoubtedly after this warning has expired, but just interesting to note there over in the Outer Banks region, you do have that ongoing severe thunderstorm warning there for portions of the Outer Banks. Otherwise, it is a pretty quiet start to the day locally. Now you head off into the parts of Missouri. That's where things are active this morning. That's the next complex of storms heading down the pike. But watch what happens here. Let me show you the high resolution modeling. And you notice this complex of storms mainly stays focused west of the mountains down into the Tennessee Valley region of North Alabama, Mississippi, and North Georgia, but not a lot making it out of the mountain zones of the Carolinas. So for that reason, that's your slight risk area from the Storm Prediction Center today and tonight, running from Missouri, covering places like Memphis and Huntsville and Birmingham, up into Nashville and Chattanooga, Tupelo, those areas. And in the westernmost tip of North Carolina included in that slight risk. So again, you get east of the mountains, and I think the coverage of rain and storms are going to be very limited today in the Carolinas. Just a few isolated late-day showers or storms you can see there on the high-resolution modeling. Again, just a few storms this afternoon or this evening. I think the coverage much less than what we saw yesterday. Pretty hot day, though. There's your highs across the region this afternoon. Now, tomorrow looks to be a pretty convectively active day. In other words, I think a pretty good round of showers and thunderstorms roll through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, with your highs tomorrow held in check accordingly due to more clouds and better shower and storm chances again. Friday still looks to be a relatively active day with some good shower and storm chances. Your Friday highs, again, held down a bit in some spots. Now, as you get into the holiday weekend here, this is 4th of July, that wavy front off to the north, it doesn't move a whole lot through Sunday, and that's really just going to help to kick off a few afternoon storms. It does not look bad at all. Kind of a typical summertime deal, where as we get into the heating of the day, some storms will pop up, but they'll be hit and miss. So kind of typical 4th of July weather. And there's your highs. Not bad. Could be a lot worse, and has been a lot worse as we went through June. But that's what we're looking like for the 4th of July holiday for highs. Now in the tropics, no trouble brewing. Gulf of Mexico, pretty quiet out there. No signs of trouble there. The Caribbean Sea remaining quiet overall. A little tropical wave there in the eastern Caribbean Sea, not showing any signs of development. And the Atlantic Ocean as a whole remaining very quiet. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.